All right, let's get right into it. There is a huge shift happening in the world of IT right now. Seriously, we're moving away from just, fixing things when they break, to actively stopping problems before they even start. Today, we're going to unpack this whole proactive revolution, which is all powered by something called Agentic AI, and really explore what it means for the future of how we all work. Does this sound familiar to you? That constant stream of alerts, the ticket queue that just never ever ends, that feeling that you're always playing catch-up. For decades, so many IT departments have been stuck in this reactive loop. They're basically running a high-tech fire department for their company. But what if there was a better way? To really get this shift, you've got to look at two totally different ways of working: the old passive way and the new agentic way. The passive model, that's the classic approach. It waits for tasks, it reacts to problems. Sure, it's stable, but it often just leads to stagnation. The agentic model, though, that is a whole different ballgame. It's all about acting independently, proactively looking for opportunities, and at the end of the day, driving real innovation. This isn't just some small adjustment, it is a fundamental change in how work gets done.
And that really brings us to the absolute core of this whole transformation. Before we even start talking about AI or any new fancy tools, we have to talk about a proactive mindset shift. It's really about changing the culture, the entire philosophy of the team.
At its heart, the agentic approach is really all about people. It's about empowering your team with autonomy and encouraging them to be self-directed. It's the ability to act on your own and actually influence your surroundings instead of just reacting to them. It's about building a culture of, let's get ahead of this. So how do you actually build this kind of culture? Well, it really boils down to 4 key steps. First, you got to encourage autonomy. Give people the freedom to really own their work. Second, promote continuous learning so your team can adapt and grow. Third, and this one is so critical, recognize and reward initiative when you see it. And finally, you have to foster a growth mindset where challenges aren't roadblocks, they're actually opportunities. Okay, so once that proactive mindset is starting to take hold, then you can bring in the technology that really brings it all to life at scale: Agentic AI. So, what exactly is Agentic AI? Well, think about traditional automation. It just follows a very rigid script, right? Do this, then do that. Agentic AI is completely different. These systems can actually interpret a goal on their own, create a plan to get there, and, this is the most important part, they can adapt their actions based on real-time feedback. They are true self-directed problem solvers. So let's look at how this stuff actually works in the real world. In IT operations, or ITOM, this means you have intelligent event management that's using historical data to automatically figure out what's important and what's just noise. It means you get real-time monitoring with live dashboards that let workflows adapt on the fly. And maybe the most powerful feature of all, it enables automated incident response that can diagnose and neutralize a threat instantly without a human ever having to touch a keyboard. And when you put all of that together, what you get is a genuine productivity revolution. This is the payoff right here. It's about shifting the entire purpose of IT away from just fixing what's broken to actively driving real business value. And the numbers we're seeing are just staggering. Studies are suggesting that organizations using Agentic AI in their IT operations can see a productivity jump of 25 to 40%. Now just think about what that really means. It's like adding an extra day or 2 of productive work to every single team member's week. It frees them up from all those reactive asks to focus on bigger, more strategic projects. That's not just a small improvement, that is a total game changer. So, where does that incredible gain actually come from? Well, it's really driven by 4 key benefits. You get enhanced automation, which frees up your talented people from that repetitive manual work so they can focus on strategy. You get proactive resolution, which means fixing issues before they ever even impact a customer. The system itself has improved adaptability, so it learns and gets smarter over time. And all of this together leads to a way better customer experience with faster, automated help desk support. I absolutely love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. This whole thing isn't about replacing people. As Chintaka Wijeratne puts it, it's about the liberation of human resources. It's about elevating our work, letting us focus on the strategic, the creative, and the innovative things that actually push a business forward. But of course, a transformation this big is never going to be easy. It's really important to be realistic and understand that this journey has its challenges. And they mostly revolve around, you guessed it, the human element.
And this is a pretty sobering statistic. A study from McKinsey found that around 70%, 70, of large-scale transformations fail. And what's so fascinating is that the main reason isn't the technology breaking. Nope. It's a failure to manage the human side of the change. Employee resistance and bad communication, those are the real hurdles you have to clear.
So the key challenges to overcome are really threefold. First up is governance. You've got to find that perfect balance between letting the AI do its thing and maintaining that essential human oversight. Second is change management. You have to actively get your employees on board to get their buy-in and avoid confusion. And third, there's process complexity. These are powerful systems and they need ongoing care and feeding to stay effective. But when you successfully navigate those challenges, the result is nothing short of a total redefinition of the modern workplace and what it means for the future of all of our work. At the end of the day, the goal here is to create a culture of empowerment, a workplace where humans and AI aren't fighting each other, but are working together, in tandem. That synergy, that's what's going to drive the next wave of innovation and give companies a real competitive edge. And that leaves us with one final really important question to think about. As agentic AI keeps taking over more and more of the routine stuff, it frees up our time and our brain power. So the question isn't whether we'll have jobs, it's what new, more strategic, more creative roles will we invent for ourselves?